Hey guys, it's your boy Titan Boa, and today we're going to be doing a best player by every position. I got this video idea from Brew Pack. He's a YouTuber. Go check him out. He's really good. He talks baseball and football and all that stuff. Wisconsin sports. And yeah, so the first one, let's get right into it as the catcher position, which I believe the best at catcher is Pudge Rodriguez. And I think this because just look at these stats. So he has 311 home runs, a batting average of 296, which I know is not amazing. 1,332 RBIs, and stolen base is nothing to be. But his OPS is 798, which is decent. But he's not known for his offensive numbers. He's more known for his defensive numbers, which I'm not really gonna get into because I don't really like looking at defensive numbers. And and I found all this on Baseball Reference, and I'm actually on it right now. Yeah, whatever. And obviously, he's known for being great at defense. He can throw anybody out. There could be like Billy Hamilton on base. He has a lead halfway to second, and he runs as fast as he ever did before, and Pudge would probably figure out a way how to get him out. That's how good this guy was. And I have some honorable mentions, which are Yogi Berra, Mike Piazza, and Johnny Bench. Now at first base we have Albert Pujols. And Albert Pujols, let me just get his stats up. Okay, so he is not even retired yet. He has 656 home runs, which is his batting average is good for a power hitter. It's 330, especially because he's not been very great ever since he joined the Angels. So that's not that bad. And his batting average, I already said that, actually. I'm stupid. And his OPS is 927, that's nice. That's really nice. And his defense, he has 2 Gold Gloves, which is great. He has a batting title. He has won 3 MVPs. He was a Rookie of the Year, 2 World Series, 6-time Silver Slugger, NLCS MVP, which is obviously great. And I have some honorable mentions of Frank Thomas and Miguel Cabrera. I know I didn't put all of like the greats, like the old players, but like a lot of these I'm putting in there because I kind of grew up watching them. Well, I'm not gonna say that because that's not true at all, actually. I do have older players, but I just think like Albert Pujols, he could have retired in 2011 and still be in the Hall of Fame. So to me, that would be the best first baseman of all time. And now we go to second baseman. And for second baseman, this was a very tough decision. But I'm gonna have to say that it is Joe Morgan, because when you think of Joe Morgan, you don't think of big hitter, but he actually has 268 home runs, which I know it's not like oh my gosh, this guy's like Babe Ruth or something, but no, and he's not someone who you think of when you think of great home run hitter. His RBIs are 1133, which is decent. I mean, like, again, he's not very known for being like MVP. Well, yeah, he is an MVP. I'm not gonna say that. He's not known for being like smashing home runs and just, yeah, I feel like I didn't get to watch him, and I really don't watch highlights of old players as much as I wish I did, but yeah. And then he's only 5'6", which is not very tall, and his slugging is not very good. His OPS is actually decent. I actually believe that was higher than Pudge's of 819, which is good. And the unmen's Rogers Hornsby, which I almost put him above him. Ryan Sandberg and Pete Rose. I do think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, but like, he did do the gambling problem. And then best third baseman of all time, we have a very underrated player in Michael, I don't know, Mike Schmidt. He has 548 home runs, batting average of 267, which is not insane, but it's decent. He has 174 stolen bases, which isn't insane either. Slugging percentage of 527, which is, his OPS though is great, obviously, 908, and then his hits, he has 2200 about, I'm not gonna know exactly, and then his 1500 RBIs. He was really a 5-tool player, and that's why he's the best third baseman of all time. And honorable mentions would be Brooks Robinson and Adrian Beltre. For shortstop, I have the man, I believe his nickname was Iron Man. I don't really know. I think it's my dad's favorite player of all time. I have no idea. One of them. We have Cal Ripken Jr. at shortstop, and he has 3,000 hits, 431 home runs, a batting average of 276, which is, it's decent. It's not amazing. It's not like, whoa, that's insane, but when you think of Cal Ripken, you don't think of like home runs, but he has 431 home runs, and that's respectable. That's like, I believe Chipper Jones has a little bit more than that. And then RBI, he has 1,600, almost 1,700, which is good. Stolen bases, I'm not going to talk about that. That's not great. OPS is decent at 788. But then his accolades, he has 2 MVPs, and he's in Hall of Fame, obviously. He has a World Series. He won Rookie of the Year, Gold Gloves twice, 8 Silver Sluggers, and yeah, those are his main accolades. And for some, and then we have unmentioned Robin Yount. I had to be a bit biased. Derek Jeter, and then Ozzie Smith, the Wizard. And then my next one is center fielder, which is Willie Mays. He obviously is probably the best defensive shortstop. Shortstop? What am I talking? Center fielder. He has 660 home runs, which is amazing. He has almost 2,000 RBIs. He has an OPS of 941. He has 2 MVPs, Rookie of the Year, 24-time All-Star. He won a World Series, 12-time Gold Glove batting title. And yeah, that should just speak for itself. And then we got, honorable mentions are Trout. I just put Trout because I think that once it's all said and done, Trout's gone, Trout retires, I do think that Trout might be the greatest player of all time. And then, yeah, now we got right field. In my opinion, the greatest player of all time. He is the home run king. I don't care what you say. I don't care if Barry Bonds is watching this video. I am not afraid of you. I take that back completely. I mean, this guy's a beast. Barry Bonds is. But Hank Aaron's a bigger beast. He has 755 home runs. Batting average of 305. He has 2,000 RBIs. He is the record for RBIs. Yeah, so that's good. Stolen bases is not, his slugging percentage 555. And his OPS is 928. And he's an MVP. He was won an MVP, 25-time All-Star, World Series champion, which I believe is with my Brewers. They weren't the Brewers at the time, obviously, but. And then we have 3-time Gold Glove, and this is crazy because he, in my opinion, is the home run king, but he did that with never hitting more than 27 home runs in a season. I mean, not 27, never hitting more than 47 home runs in a season. So then, and some honorable mentions are Roberto Clemente, and then Babe Ruth. The Babe is the best right fielder of all time. And I'm just going to name the honorable mention right now. Barry Bonds, nobody cares about you, but you still were amazing before you took roids. You were better than Chipper Jones before, actually. And then Babe Ruth had 714 homers, two Hall of Fame, what? 2,200 RBIs. He actually has 123 stolen bases, which is probably better than I would have thought. His OPS is over 1,000, so I'm just going to stop there. And his slugging percentage, 690, greatest of all time. So yeah, he's an MVP, 7-time World Series champion, 2-time All-Star. He only won 1 MVP. Man, that's a bit sketchy. Batting title and ERA title. So then and he's also a very good pitcher. And then, and an unmention for him would be, I already said, Barry Bonds. And then for pitcher, starting pitcher, we have Nolan Ryan. And then unmentioned is Pedro Martinez. I didn't have room on my piece of paper to fit anymore, so I just put Pedro. And then, yeah, so an ERA of 3.19. So you look at that and like, okay, he's decent. And then you go to 324 wins. He has these 3 saves. He has 5,000 inning pitches, 5,714 strikeouts. So if you take all of, no, I'm not gonna do that because that doesn't make sense. So, and then a whip of 1,247. So, yeah. And then he is a Hall of Famer, 8-time All-Star, 1969 World Series champion, and an ERA title. I thought they meant he led the league in our ERA for a second. I was like, what? I'm dumb. In RBIs, I read it wrong. But even then, that's whatever. Okay, and then we got the greatest closer of all time, and it's Mariano Rivera. And on men is Trevor Hoffman because he's great. But Mariano Rivera has 82 wins, actually. That's pretty. An ERA of 2.21. That's very good. Innings pitched 1,200, and then his whip is 1,000. Yeah, he has 1,073 strikeouts, and then what he's known for, his saves, 652 saves, and he's a 13-time All-Star. He's a World Series MVP, ALCS MVP, a bunch of other things, 5-time World Series champion, and yeah, so. And his cut fastball is probably the greatest pitch ever. And I'm just going to leave it at that. See you next time. Have a great day.